Hey, Sagittarius. This is for you if you have Saggy and your sun, moon, rising, or Venus. Also, I have tweaked personal readings a little bit, added some options that may be affordable. We're trying those to see how that goes. May or may not keep them, but you can see all that information in the description box. Okay, the 4 parts to this reading. The last part is probably the most important. Why? Because that part, the 4th part, is for all Sagittarius, where we get clarification of your romantic situation. Sometimes we get job, career, family, and just general information for all Saggies. That is the most important part of this reading. The first part is if you're dealing with someone. The second part, if you're looking for new romantic opportunities. And the third part, we're going to take a peek at the energies around your ex or a person from the past, okay? So, Sagittarius, if you are dealing with someone, let's take a look at your situation first, okay? Everybody else hang tight. We're getting there, okay? All right, Saggy. All right, so you may be dealing with an Aquarius. We also have Sagittarius on the board and Aries. We have air energy, earth energy, air again, and fire. Okay. Kind of interesting. A lot of difference between your energy and their energy. This very well could be possibly a person that you have some kind of a past with. And I know we're not reading for the past person yet, but this may be somebody that you reconciled with, okay? For some of you, judgment card, okay, in the upright, in your energy, okay? And also in your energy, outcomes not being set in stone in that judgment card. And oftentimes speaks to the need to make a judgment call. And I really see that overwhelmingly in some other cards too, that we'll get to in a second. But you got the Ten of Swords in the reverse, okay? Something, you know, I think for those of you that there was a past situation, I think you're really, really concerned that there's going to be a repeat of a heartbreak, okay? Ten of Swords, like I said, in the reverse, okay? But, you know, sometimes overly critical, resentful when that card comes up, and maybe a lack of objectivity. I don't think that is the case in your energy, though. I think it's more of just being really, really, if it's not a person that you reconciled with, it definitely speaks to worrying about a repeat of a relationship failure, okay? And that may be also why that judgment card came up. This is all in your energy. We haven't gotten to their energy yet. But, you know, your energy is represented by the Queen of Swords. I don't read gender typically. Occasionally it will hit me that I need to. This is not one of those times. I'm reading your energy right now. And, you know, Queen of Swords energy, among many other things, Queen of Swords has no problem cutting out that which does not align with their goals. I kind of think this speaks to either you're thinking about making a judgment call on this thing, or you need to, or because you're really, really focused on something going wrong here. Okay, let's move along. Your person has a lot of emotion for you. Amazing energy, okay? First of all, they've got the Star card. That's the wish card. Hope, healing, and better days ahead, and very optimistic about this thing, okay? Empress card. It's a marriage card. Family, motherhood, can mean pregnancy, heads up. The Temperance card, all about hope, and you've got 2 cards of healing. So for those of you that this was a reconciliation, this person either feels like it has a lot of potential to heal those past, you know, from the past, or they're doing it, okay, themselves, doing some energy work, okay? But the Temperance card, again, all about optimism, balance, hope, healing, divine timing, trusting the process. You know, your person's energy toward this thing is pretty strong. You got your doubts, okay? And so I think a lot of this is you fearing. I think that's the biggest problem here. That's what I'm getting from this. I don't really get a fear card per se, but that's got to be what it is, because it's in your energy and not your person's. Now, for some of you, you're overly focused on something that was a heartbreak that has nothing to do with the person you're with right now, okay? But for whatever reason, either you haven't healed or you're fearing or whatever, okay? So, going forward, is the probable outcome. 5 of Swords, okay? Turmoil, bottom line, okay? Can speak to deception, possibly, possibly not, but this is in the probable outcome, okay? But something going wrong, essentially. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, okay? Going forward, but for the wrong motives, okay? And, you know, not really, you know, kind of stagnation. 5 of Wands in the reverse, you know, there is some positive to this thing, and that somebody starts to outgrow some stuff, but still a lot of turmoil. What causes it? Can I just call you out? Saggies, I love you. You're one of my favorite signs. So the only reason I can speak to these things is because I have walked this path. So when I'm saying what I'm about to say, I am not throwing shade at you. This is to try to help you so that you know what to do to pull this thing out, okay? Because your person has a lot of emotion for you. I'm just going to tell you, okay? This is up to you whether you think it's, you know, worth it. Either way, you got to work on yourself to get yourself right. I can see that in your energy, okay? So if you don't stick with this person and you go find something else before you get relationship ready, you're going to stay on the relationship failure hamster wheel, okay? I'm just going to call that out, okay? But if you go inside, independent of this person, and spend some time in solitude and work through these things, okay, and do those things that bring you joy and peace, and I talk about that a lot in my playlist that's on my channel, okay? I only have one, so, you know. But anyway, at least right now. But at any rate, you know, I see a lot of turmoil, and I see disaster going forward if you don't get yourself right, okay, Sagittarius? So say that in love. I say that to help you. They feel very strongly about you. Hell, they even pulled the Sagittarius card. They got you on their mind. The Empress card. Nurturing to full potential. Marriage, possibly. You know, long term. This person is viable. The question is, will you become viable? I can't answer that. You know, I can't, you know, I can tell you what will happen if you do the work versus don't, okay? But I can't tell you what you're going to do. That's up to you. What are you going to do? The ball's in your court, Saggy. Boom. There it is. And so, you know what? Comment below and let me hear from you guys, okay? I like hearing from you. And if this didn't resonate, for sure, hit your other placements. But that's what I see right now for my Saggies. Just going to call it like I see it. So, all right. If you are interested in what new opportunities might be coming out there, this part of the reading is for you, okay? This is where we get red flags, caution lights, green lights. Sometimes there are multiple options, okay? We will see, okay? Here we go, Saggies. All right, so we may have an earth sign, a fire sign, or an air sign. And what's really interesting is you've pulled some of the same cards that I pulled in my relationship reading. You also have a Gemini, and you have another air sign, possibly. Okay, now, multiple options. Okay, so let's talk about... I see at least 2 options, okay? One is not viable, one is, okay? One is there's a third party involved, and you may or may not be aware of it. But you know what? I've got 2 cards that speak to deception and third party. 5 of Swords and 3 of Swords. Separation and heartbreak come from this one. And just being not worth your time, okay? Ace of Pentacles, but in reverse. And the 5 of Swords. Deception, hidden agenda, okay? Impure motives, basically. And something going terribly wrong on this option, okay? So at least one that is not viable. One that is. One that has, you know, both of these cards speak to this, okay? Outgrown their competitiveness and learned the beauty of coming out and being independent and relying on themselves when you get that 5 of Wands in the reverse. And a master of manifestation, very high vibrational, okay? And it's because they've learned how to be single, how to be independent, and how to find everything they need within. That is the nature of the energies around the Magician card. So beautiful energy on one, not so cool on the other. How does that happen, you say? Whenever I'm high, you know, I've raised my vibration vibration. How do I try? Well, it is true. You will bring out the magicians, but the cockroaches will come out too. When you have high vibrational energy, it is attractive. Now, short term, okay, it won't last, which the cards said that, okay? It doesn't, you know, because you're not aligned, so it's going to repel. But yes, you come across very attractive to even the cockroaches, okay? So, with that being said, Saggies, if you're interested in what might be going on with a person in your past, let's take a look at the situation there. We're going to get the energies around that and what may be going on there, okay? And then we're going to do a general for my Saggies as well, okay? So, all right. One cut. All right, here we go. Leo, possibly. Earth sign, possibly. Water, okay? All right, so let's talk about this thing. Queen of Cups in reverse, okay? Codependency in the energy, okay? Neglect of oneself. And so busy taking care of another person or other people. I think that probably is you, okay? King of Pentacles. Now, very wise and savvy sometimes, but you know what? I see this possibly as someone who you see their value, but maybe they don't see yours. Okay, and it is, yeah, we pulled the past card. You're very nostalgic about this thing. Got a lot of emotion for this person, and I get it. And maybe there were children or blending of families involved. Maybe, maybe not. But, you know, you've got water, earth, and Leo specifically. But again, maybe, maybe not. Okay, but you feel like there's a lot of abundance with this thing. But if you go forward, it's likely you're going to go back into some codependent ways, okay? And there are an awful lot of people in this picture, okay? I'm just saying that. Maybe involving a third party. Some reversed, okay? Some of you may have divorced from this person, or you thought it was long-term and it, you know, of course, ended because we're talking about a past person here, okay? But, you know, have they matured? I think so. Are you ready? I'm not, it's you I'm more concerned about. Losing yourself, taking care of them, you know. So I think for you, you may need to, you know, continue to take a break from things for just a little bit. Yeah, Page of Cups in reverse, okay. Kind of work on you just a little bit more. You're at a crossroads on this thing. I think this person, these cards speak to the very fact that this person, if they haven't already reached out, they probably will. You're at a crossroads. Am I ready or not? Okay. There's not a wrong answer, but you're at a crossroads making a decision. This is a possible partnership with potential. The caveat is don't lose yourself. There is a lot of emotion from your person towards you, though. I do see that. Yep, I do. King of Cups. Strong emotion. Probably a strong soul connection. Everything I see points to that. You know, I do think that this is viable, but you cannot lose yourself on that. That's what I'm getting. Do not neglect yourself, because if you do, it will implode. But if you can keep yourself, you know, doing the things to take care of you so that you keep your own cup full on this thing, I think it's viable. And that's it. That caveat, I know why that caveat is there, Sagittarius. I can see it in the cards. This is a strong, intense soul connection. All right, no other way around it. And those are the hard kind. They're the most fun when they work out great. But if you're not ready for them, both parties, then it will implode quicker than you can imagine, and in the most toxic and worst of ways, right? But I think your person has worked on themselves a lot and reached a level of maturity. And I think they're emotionally available. I get that too, okay? That's what I'm getting from those cards. Okay, so that's kind of what I get there. Let's go to Moonology for you guys, Saggies, okay? We're going to pull a quote. If you haven't already done so, subscribe to my channel. Hit the thumbs up. That helps me and other readers so much, okay? And commenting, of course, is always helpful and appreciated, okay? All right, so some of you would need to work through some fears. Scorpio may mean something to you, may not, okay? Confidence is your key to success. Leo energy peeks his head out once again, okay? And the energy is gaining momentum. Boom, okay? and all about meditation and contemplation, okay? Some of you are at a crossroads in a couple of things. We got that in this, and Pisces may mean something to you, and this reading may not. And there's your card. Luck is on your side. Sagittarian energy. Love, love, love it. I love my Saggies. You guys are so, so cool. Let's pull you a quote real quick before we wrap this reading up. And we will go from there. Pretty good reading, Saggy. Pretty good reading. Okay. You don't hate yourself. You hate not being yourself. I love that one. The best way out is always through, according to Robert Frost. Great poet. Very, very, very wise individual. Okay. Maybe you're not healing because you're trying to be who you were before the trauma. That person doesn't exist anymore because there is a new you trying to be born. And that's the whole point. Breathe life into the new you, right? Beautiful. All right, Saggy, much love to all of you. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate the support to my channel, okay? I will talk to you guys again soon.